today about to be reacting to the consequences of street life. Now, I feel like we probably touch upon this subject maybe like once a month, maybe even twice a month, just because the simple fact is so much irony and so much hypocrisy in the street life. Therefore, you should live your life to your fullest. It's not cool to be a street guy. That's all I'm saying. They make it seem like you're lame for working a job, or you're lame because you live this type of lifestyle and you don't do drugs or sell drugs, so you're lame. That's not the case. And we're starting to see that for sure. But let's see what he's talking about.
So every day we're getting a new example of why being a part of the street, gang culture is one of the dumbest things you can involve
Hey, and I
yourself.
got this big ass cup of water. Ooh, I didn't cuss you too. I didn't cuss. I got this big cup of water right here because I left my actual water bottle in the car. I don't feel like going to go get it. And yeah,
There are only two outcomes to this lifestyle: death and prison. There is no other way around it, especially in 2026. So about 2 years ago now, the rapper Julio Fulio was killed. Now let's get this straight. This guy was no saint. He was heavily involved in the streets and he got one of the outcomes. But with the way he went about being killed, the people that did it, they were extremely sloppy and ended up getting caught pretty
sloppy,
fast.
arrogant, sloppy and arrogant. Just it was bound to get caught. If you know, you know. I feel like if you watching this video, then you definitely should know. So I'm not even about to
Years
touch
ago,
upon that.
these guys were sentenced and found guilty. So right here we have a clip of all of the accused murderers. On screen right here is the youngest, I believe, named Sean Gathright. In this clip, the judge listed off all the charges of each individual, and they were found guilty. But what I want to focus on is the
I'm
reaction
about to
of
dig at like a cavity or something, or try to get something on my tooth because it's real sensitive right there. So I don't think it no crazy or weird stuff going on.
this individual right here. So as y'all can see, man, this brother is crying. The reality has hit him. His life.
Yeah, man, he about to spend his whole life in jail, and it's like in prison rather. I don't understand it. I don't get it. You need so much validation from the next guy that you willing to throw it all away, throw the freedom, throw sunlight, throw women away, bro. A lifetime with no women, you gotta go in there and swing the other way, cause that's the only way you gonna swing, unless you could miraculously get a like what's this called, a CO or something, but that's not likely. So now you just forced to like men, but straight like that, bro. Just cause
Gone.
you wanna get validation from the next man, now you gotta live getting men but for the rest of your life, or somebody taking
For
yours.
for what? At the cost of another black man.
For
And
a
I don't know
man,
how many
but
times
that's
people
what it's
got to
for.
see examples like this, bro. In this exact moment, he's feeling what pretty much every prisoner in that cell is telling you. Like, you know what I'm saying? We watch shows like Beyond Scared Straight. These people all
Yeah.
say the same thing, man. Stay out the streets. Don't do this. Don't do that. But we keep seeing so many brothers still fall for the trap. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I'm a person that understands history. I know everything that black people have been through. A lot of the conditions and all of the
I feel like I
disenfranchisement
need a toothpick to get
has
this
birthed
out.
street culture that we see today. But I tell all my brothers this, man. We know what they did. We know how evil these people are. We know the traps that they set out. We cannot keep falling for it. We cannot. And like I stated, bro, the crime that these dudes did, what was it for? Y'all killed another black man.
It was for the praise. You know what I'm saying? They trying to make a career off this guy. They want to be known as the top hitter. Yeah, I'm the one that did so and so to him. Yeah. Now the wrong people know. And the wrong people being the feds. Now you looking crazy. They said they about to get sweat equity out this man. He was facing the death penalty, but the judge said, nah, not a judge or the prosecutor. The prosecutor said, we don't want to kill him because he's still young. He has a lot of life to live. We need to get the sweat equity. Imagine being a human being in your life being talked about like you're just a machine. Come on, man.
We go so hard and we slide on each other for, for damn near
I
nothing.
wish I had
But
a
like I
toothpick
state, bro,
over
we
here,
still got
bro.
people like George Zimmerman running around here. We still got the racist white dude, Chud the Builder, walking around calling people the N-word, and he's still untouched. But a lot of these dudes, street dudes, you know what I'm saying, specifically, right, is ready to slide over nothing. You saw a dude one day walking down the street, he looked at you wrong, now he dead. For nothing. But if it was one of these white dudes walking down the street, you hit him with the, hey, sir, how you doing, sir? Like I say, not wishing death on the white dude, but it's like it's no way he should be walking around doing that.
But
But we
that's because that's how we're trained. You can't even really blame him, but you can though. Because he had a loving mother and father. But it's like a lot of in most cases, is people are a product of their environment. Him, he was sucked into the street culture, so he embraced it even though he wasn't from that. You know what I'm saying? Silver spoon fed, 2 parent household, nice big stupid house. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, people are indoctrinated by their environment, so you can't really blame a lot of people. Some people get the mindset of I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. Let me go figure out a way to get money a different way. But it doesn't always work out that way.
Got some real certified
There's only
crash
two
outs out here
minutes in. I
that'll
need to
kill
shut
their
up.
own
I'm
brother.
over
Like
here yapping.
I just don't understand that shit. But that's why I do go so hard for the black community. When a lot of these white dudes get online talking about they scared of black people, bruh. Sad thing is, dog, you not gonna get touched. If anything, they gonna praise you, you know, walking into the hood or walking around a lot of these black dudes, bruh. It's just something embedded in the community. We are taught to hate each other while to respect and love everybody else.
So this is that boy Shine Gay Fright. And word is this nigga come from a loving family.
Man,
From the crib, his mama, his peoples got bread. Real money.
man.
Grandma
what?
house. Nice as fuck. Real money. I'ma keep it a band. I have no clue on how this young nigga got mixed up into the street.
I can tell you how he got mixed into the streets. School and social media. He fell in with the wrong crowd in school, and now, boom, that's what happens when you let your children hang with the wrong people, when you don't monitor their friends, you know?
But goddamn it, what a way to go. They said this man provided all the guns. He the motherfucking arsenal.
What?
Goddamn, and he the shooter. He provided the ratchets, and he put one in his hand and put that bitch to use.
What?
I'ma keep.
And he's 18 too. So Fulio was what, like 26, 27?
Nigga
I'm
think
pretty
he
sure
living
he
in
ain't
the
even,
game.
you know, he didn't really have any personal beef against.
18, bro, you didn't get to live no life. I'm just thinking about how I was at 18, and it's like I wasn't all the way there mentally. You know, I was still immature, still trying to figure things out, what I wanted to do in life. Real confusing stage in life. I graduated at 17, so when 18 came around, it's like, I gotta make something happen. But yeah, that's what I was doing at 18. This nigga
You know what I'm saying?
doing
Maybe
drills.
Fulio did something to his friends associated with him, but on a personal level, bro, you doing all this, he never did anything to you, you know, per se. And he went that hard, the youngest. And for what, bro?
You came
For
from a
validation.
loving household, boy. You lived in a nice neighborhood, nigga. And you chose the street life. You chose to follow behind 6 block and ATK and 1200. Boy, they about to cook your ass, you hear me? They gonna fricassee fry you, young blood.
And this is a clip from the interrogation room, man. This dude was going through it. Let's just watch the clip right fast.
Nigga tried to. Hey, y'all, welcome to the broke side of YouTube. I'm gonna get an ad block when I get monetized. Don't worry about it. But until then, we about to vibe out.
Let me out, bro. Let me out, bro.
It's too late for that, my boy. Nigga think he living in GTA RP or something.
Let me out.
Boy, yep, get away.
Like, he's trying to escape and shit up in there. That's crazy, bro. This is what happened when you get alone and you know what I'm saying? You separated from
He
all your
almost
friends
got
and you just
away.
gotta sit there with your quiet thoughts. And you start thinking, damn, I really threw my life away.
Yeah. Just the thought of not having a woman's touch at my command, like just in general, like, oh my goodness, nah. Life would be so miserable without the woman's touch. That's why I don't see how people be X amount age and virgin, like 25 plus in a virgin, like, bro.
Did this shit. Like that shit started to sink in. When it's just you by yourself, you ain't around your friends no more. You ain't around none of that. Those thoughts get to eating at you, boy. And you just realize how dumb that was. In that split instance, you threw everything away.
It's too late for that.
Sit in that chair and don't move.
I ain't gonna lie, dog. I wouldn't be surprised if that young man harmed himself in prison because everything is just crashing down on
Harmed
him now.
himself,
He
probably getting harmed. Yeah.
that his life is over. And hopefully, man, anybody that's
Probably
watching this
getting
video
took
and
through there.
involved in the streets, you realize that this life is not what it's meant to be. I try to tell all my brothers, man, to always have impulse control. Don't react off of emotions. Sit back, think and map out all of the different outcomes that could come from this situation. In that moment, it may feel good or you reacting and pulling that trigger. But once it's
I
done,
hear you. I definitely hear you, but I feel like that just came over time with growth and maturity in certain situations in life. You know, life lessons, hell, having elders. I'm not necessarily saying I ain't had no dad, but it's like having elders around to pick up free game on things that you should do, you shouldn't do. You know, how you should carry your way, how you should carry yourself a certain way, and how you shouldn't carry yourself. I thought it just came with that. Like, I don't know, bro.
done. And now you're calmed down and you think, damn, I really just did this. Did I really just take this person's life? Did I really just throw my life away? All that stuff comes back at you full circle. When you could have been just out the way, working your chill 9 to 5 job, going back home, playing the game, living your boring, mundane life, but you got your freedom. And it's like you always appreciate the things when they're gone. Now you in that jail, so you like, damn, bro, I had it so good. You know what I'm saying? I had it so chill. I had my freedom, bro. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I feel for the street dudes, but I could never just throw that freedom away. I love my freedom, especially brothers that got responsibilities out here, man. God forbid you a
Oh,
father.
yes, I'm thinking about the woman's touch. Imagine not being able to be with your kids if you have kids. I couldn't imagine talking to my kids through a jail phone or be through a glass window for the rest of my life. No, bro.
Kids, and you know what I'm saying? I can't. I just something I couldn't fathom. That's just me personally. Like I wouldn't do shit to throw that away.
I am a high school algebra teacher in the largest public school district in the state of Tennessee, which also comes with it being the most disenfranchised and impoverished districts in Tennessee, primarily because majority of our student population are black people. And today I am here to talk about the epidemic, quote unquote, of the YN. And I'm here to talk about it from a teacher's perspective because I can see it, I'm seeing it from the ground and how it's developing, and I can tell kind of where it's going, if that makes sense. In the preface of conversation, I do not subscribe to the term YN.
Yeah.
I understand it is a caricature of describing young black men who might be...
Yeah, bro. I hate when people call me YN. What do I look like a YN to you? I am a grown ass man. Why are you sitting there calling me YN? They acting like I'm stealing Kias, selling drugs, or smoking dope. I hate when people call me YN, bro.
in trouble
I
or
got
might
a
have
whole
like
family,
certain
man. I got
decisions
a whole family. How the hell I'm gonna be a YN with a whole family providing? What?
they make due to the circumstances and the environments that they're growing up in, but I do not subscribe to calling young black men YN, so I wanted to start off by saying that too. Most of the time when you hear people talk about just where black people are as a community in today's time, especially the young people, you hear a lot of it being blamed on the parenting, on the system, on the education system, et cetera, and all of those things are true. I think this conversation is a lot more nuanced, and it takes place at the intersectionality of all of it. So in order to not make this video extremely long, I'm going to actually break this down into 3 parts. In this part, I will talk explicitly about parenting. And the parenting goes back a lot further than I think some people are cognizantly thinking about. The parenting goes back to, especially in the black community, we're going back to Reaganomics, right? When you have multiple generations of
Just like break.
people not being present due to drug abuse, due to mass incarceration, due to the perpetuation of like the welfare state, all of these things, right? They create this kind of like dependency in this environment, and that is kind of what we're seeing the effects of trickled all the way down.
Literally. That's why I say all the time, bro. You have to go back to understand why things are so messed up the way it is now. 400 years of slavery, boom, Jim Crow, segregation, redlining, COINTELPRO killed all the leaders, chemical war.
Yeah, but let them tell it. Y'all don't deserve reparations. Y'all didn't go through it. Blah blah blah. But little they know, systematically, the system is still designed to keep us down as a race, as a whole, as black people as a whole, from the black woman to the black man. But y'all don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about that,
The
though.
heroin crack that trickles down to YN epidemic of 2026. Literally. And I hope when she gets into this part about parenting, I want to add this in first. We can go back to capitalism as well. A lot of these parents, they don't have time for their kids because guess what? They have to work. And yes, you can say that they shouldn't have had all these kids in the first place. That is true. That's why you don't just go laying around and sleep with anybody. And that's for men and women. So then they have these babies, and guess what? Kids are expensive as hell. So the parents are at work all day, and sometimes it's just one. The mama, she just working all day. Who gonna watch out there and give attention to this child? He gonna look for it in the streets. He gonna look for it for dudes that's in these gangs. Literally, bro.
I know these things happened 30 plus 40 years ago, but I think now we're starting to see the effects. So with the parenting explicitly, right? Parenting matters so much here because the parents weren't present, right? If we're talking about the crack epidemic, and the whole dropping guns and drugs and all of these things into our neighborhoods and completely.
Hey, if y'all don't know what she's talking about, and y'all don't like reading or not, go watch this go watch this show called Snowfall. It's on Hulu. It shows how the CIA transported drugs and dumped it in the hood, and then, you know what I'm saying, how they had them distribute the product and how they was making hella money off the product. And then it's the same thing. Crack just got a couple more ingredients, like maybe baking soda and some other things to make it a crack rock. So the crack rock gives you more time than the pure cocaine, and that doesn't make sense to me because the cocaine is the real drug, and the crack rock is cheaper and easier to get high off of. So yeah, they use the crack rock as a reason to keep people in jail for 10 years. Motherfuckers was getting dimes off a dime bag. 10 years off a dime bag? Excuse me? Man.
The black community, most of the damage of that is because of lack of presence. So you have the original doctors, lawyers, nurses, teachers, businessmen, these people who were pillars in the community, now addicted to drugs and not able to be present for said community. So when they should have been in the households or in the neighborhoods helping to raise children, helping to show up for children, helping, like, making sure they're going to school, making sure there's something.
I mean, okay. Pretty much. I ain't gonna say she's just babbling, because I'm definitely listening. But y'all get the understanding on what's going on right now. People, not even people, YNs, young black children, the guys in particular, they're born into a certain situation to where they have to abide by a certain lifestyle to survive. You know what I'm saying? What do you tell somebody that's all that they know? They born into a generational war, like with the GDs and the BDs in Chicago. How can you just tell them, hey man, it's not for you, that's not good for you? Man, that's all they know. They've been learning this since Pampers. Banging since Pampers, literally. But y'all don't want to hear that. But let's see. I said what I said, and y'all heard what I said. And I'm gonna catch you niggas in the next one. It's